here today is actually a wonderful friend of mine. My patient became a friend, and we have talked many times how we can get men more involved. James Thornton, I'd like to call up here, and James and his friend Corey, who I got to meet, both had their little episodes with NFL football and football in general, and I would like them to kind of tell their story. It's a story of surgery and no surgery, but it's a story of facing weight and dealing with weight and how two different people who are friends have dealt with it. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce James Thornton and Corey Louchiey, and I'm going to hand this mic over to you guys and let you guys tell the great story.
Hey, how y'all doing? We're both from the South. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and you're from?
Greenville, South Carolina.
What's the great thing about being down south, Corey?
You get to eat.
And eat a lot. And it's all fried. I want Corey to tell this little story about his aspiration to be a 300-pound lineman as a teenager.
Hello! I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. First of all, thank you guys for allowing us to come out here and to share some of us. Because, yeah, we play football, and yeah, we've done all these great things as far as banking, business, whatever. But guess what? We're people just like you. And I wish folks would honestly get that, but I was always the biggest one in the crowd because I was a preemie. Oh, well, you got to feed him more, feed him more, feed him more. And I'm a little bit frustrated because, believe it or not, I did like football. But back then, you know, you had a weight limit. But at 10, I was, believe it or not, about 100 and give or take 20 pounds. 3.5 years ago, it dawned on me. I'm now 42. 3.5 years ago, at 39, Corey Louchiey, you've been 300 pounds since you were 15. Because that was my goal back then. That's not humanly possible or healthy. And throughout all of this, James and I, we sort of had a truth moment, I guess, right?
Literally, for me, 22 knee operations, an artificial hip, broken all my fingers. I got an artificial thumb, and I died twice in a day on July 7, 2009 from double PE because of my weight. One night we decided that we were going to change our lives because I told him I didn't want to die. Interviewing bariatric surgeons, and I ran into Dr. Neil Flock. And I went to one of his seminars, and I turned to Neil and I said, hey man, on your website, you don't have a lot of guys. What's up with that? I go, you got a lot of women. I go, and I know a lot of big guys. So we started talking about a strategy. And I said to him, I go, two things. I've never had any internal surgery, even though I've had all these orthopedic issues. So I'm a little scared of the knife. You hear that, kids? It's okay to be scared. Even as a big man, I'm still scared. And my mother, if she was still alive, she'd scare me right now. So it's all good, right? And I said the second thing was, I want to figure out a way to help. And I got a buddy who's going to do this too, because he took a different spin.
He's 5'25". Oh, well, all right, but you're 4'10". That's not good. That's not healthy. I told James, as I said, listen, I love you. I'm not going to let you go at this by yourself. It's the power of the what? Partnership. I became a vegan. I was a hardcore vegan for 2.5 years. I dropped roughly 120 pounds. So I literally went from 405-ish down to 270, 275 because I love food. I'm a foodie. But what I realized was that my doctor told me, he was like, Corey, if you don't change your habits, you will be dead in 5 years. And I looked at him, I said, what? He said, you are a walking heart attack. So the best thing I did was I joined 24-hour health fitness. Small steps. Small steps. But it was the partnership. It was the power of that. And here we are.
The surgery is a foundation for us to really get our lives back. But the one thing that I can express to you is that for all the things I thought that the surgery would bring to me, the one thing that I had to face up to was really what was my relationship with food and what were my stress points. But more importantly, it's a team. Never feel like just because now you've gotten this surgery that you're alone. Men, your ladies are trying to tell you, get yourself together, right? Come on, guys, you know, we love sports. And whether you played a sport at the age of 5, 6, 7, 8, or you get to go into a Hall of Fame for a sport, you know that feeling of camaraderie. And you know that feeling of failure success. And it's okay to fail if you learn from it, because it will help you build upon your life. But this is just real talk, because I'm telling you, we are tired of people who walk away from something that actually saved their lives, and you have that right. That's what makes America a great country. But you know what? It's time for us to start paying it forward too, because there are other people that need the same kind of care. And I'd like to say, you know, on behalf of both of us, that Craig and Neil, you know, we definitely admire and support everything you guys have done. These guys are like serious rock stars in this industry, because we've traveled with them around the country, and we've heard how people respond to them. So we've all been very lucky to have them. And at this point, I'd like to just give them a round of applause. Let's give it to them. Okay, Neil, how about that?
Neil, come back. Listen, last thing, folks, change your attitude, change your life. It's just that simple. Doesn't matter whether it's surgery, whether it's vegan, diet, whatever. Change your attitude, change your life, and I love you. Thank you.